Woof! Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 840 of the aforementioned Farlands or Bust as we exit the hidey hole from the last Farlands or Bust stream to be recording this here official full frontal, verified, numberfied episode of Farlands or Bust. Like I said, episode 840 for your Monday, January 23rd, 2023. Hey, it's 2323. I mean, it's 1/23/23 or 23/1/23 if you do your dates that way. But yeah. Those are numbers. Those are numbers, Wolfie. Let's continue west here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Oh, I do have... I don't know why I didn't make myself some bread. I did take a tick of damage from Wolfie during the last stream. This is right. We're recording this live on Twitch as we've been doing. So, Twitch people, you should just be used to living in the past or the future. Who knows? But this is for the sake of the YouTube and the podcast crowd. How's everybody out in the YouTube and podcast realm? Hope you're doing well. I had a very, let's say, eventful. It wasn't necessarily busy, but an eventful weekend. I knew, since I already kind of teased it to the Twitch crowd, let's work backwards through time. We're recording this on Sunday. I haven't streamed since Thursday. But yeah, today, as any pet owner knows, pets are expensive. All of us will go out of our way to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for the health care of our pets. But then when it comes time for us to get insurance for ourselves or prescriptions for ourselves or whatever, we're like, whoa, hold on there. $12 copay. I think I'll live without that. But yeah, Juno's fine. Juno's fine right now. But these last few weeks, she's been having issues of the wetting the bed variety. She's getting old, but we don't know. She's never had this problem before either. So it's just been happening with so much frequency, and like quickly, like within the last like 4 or 5 days. It's happened before, a few times, but we just like chalked it up to her being nervous. Like the day we gave her a bath, she had a problem. We thought she was just jazzed up from having a bath or whatever. But yeah, it's happening a lot. We've had to encase her doggy beds in garbage bags. Like her behavior hasn't changed. She's still normal, chill Juno. Still will want to go on walks and stuff like that. Just can't hold her bladder at the moment. So instead of waiting around to maybe get an appointment like this Thursday or whatever, we found a place that was open today that did an urgent care thing, which if you know how that works with pets, it's like urgent care. You got to pay an upfront few $100 just to be urgently cared for. And we waited a while this morning. We got there at like 10 a.m. and they didn't really see us or take us in until like 1:30 or something like that. And then we finally got out of there about 3 p.m. So it was a long day. It was an expensive day. She's getting the full analysis, the full urinalysis, the full blood work too. It could just be a thing being how old she is, because we don't know how old she is, being a rescue. I remember when I first got her, the rescue I got her from were like, oh, she might be like 3 or 4 years old. But the place where she came from in Texas was like, oh, she's like 5 or 6 years old. So there was really no good estimates, and you never can know how old they are. So now we're starting to believe that it's probably on the higher side. Honestly, like, she might be as old as Farlands or Bust. 11, 12 years old, maybe, is starting to be around about a good guess. Which is, I don't know what that means. Amusing? Interesting? So, yeah, it could just be an age-related thing. She is spayed and stuff like that. So we did, the doctor did give us a prescription for something to help with that. That'll be coming. I just ordered. Or it could be a infection, which she's had before. It hasn't resulted in her wetting the bed, but she's had them before, so we're also putting her on antibiotics for a little bit. But then we're just going to have to wait to see what the lab tests result. Honestly, kind of hoping it's just an infection, if that's like a weird thing to say, because that take antibiotics and it clears up and you're good. If it is an incontinence thing, then she'll have to be on this medication forever to help with that. It could be more nefarious things, which we're not obviously trying to think too much about, just because otherwise she doesn't show any signs of anything particularly wrong in that area. So yeah, we'll see. It was just a long day of waiting. And then a very expensive day of paying for urgent doggy care and tests and things. But yeah, like the girlfriend was there the whole time. Honestly, I had to leave. It was because we like left. I just like threw my oatmeal in a container and brought it with and ate it in the car while we were waiting. But then when 2 o'clock came around, I started to feel dizzy and weird. I'm like, oh no, I forgot to take my medication this morning, because I usually take it after eating breakfast, and we rushed out of the house. So I like left, and the girlfriend stayed with Juno and ran home to take my medication, and then ran back. And by that time, they were done with everything at 3. So, like I said, we're all dropping everything to take care of the dog, but our own like medical routines fall to the wayside. So yeah, that was. I'm glad we're getting it taken care of, because it went from being like, oh, that's weird, she doesn't do that, to like, oh, this is happening like every time and on every bed she lays on. We should take care of this as soon as possible. Yes, I ran home. So yeah. And we're still like looking for a more local vet, because the other one is an hour and a half away. And that's just no good. Thank you very much, Rental Pillow. I see that resub, and we do hope that Juno feels better. It also got me thinking about moving the office here down into the basement where Juno is. I feel bad, especially a little bit of a, I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for? Realization, like, oh, she is getting kind of old. I would feel real dumb and stupid if, like, the last whatever, how many years Juno has left were spent alone in a basement. I feel like I should move my desk down to the basement. That would mean no more cat cam for streams, but it would be Juno cam. I mean, honestly, we could have cat cam. I could just leave the Wi-Fi camera up here. It just wouldn't be in the room. I do just have to, I have to figure out what the, like where in the basement power outlets and also internet tube outlets might or might not be. Cat cam and dog cam. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Juno doesn't like play fetch or with toys or anything, but just to have, what am I doing? I want a bed. I have no dirt. Do I not have, I don't have any dirt. I need dirt for the elevated hidey hole. These are necessary implements. So yeah, I just have to do some of that, and then it would be taking down everything and setting it back up downstairs in the basement. And a hummingbird cam. I'm gonna need more cams. Let's go to sleep. And continue in the morning. And a Juno cam. I miss when Juno would jump up on you because she knew you were about to end the stream. Yeah. I mean, she knows car on a stick, and she knows the snoring. The I will see you next time. That, to her, symbolizes that I'm done recording an episode and ready for pets. So yeah, that's a more serious consideration for me now to do that. Just to spend time so she's not, like, lonely. I mean, we thought, like, it could be, like, behavior related. But the first time it happened, she was sleeping in the office where the girlfriend was doing her homework. So she wasn't alone the first time it started happening, or at least that we noticed it started happening, where she was wetting herself while she slept. Oh yeah, it's a bummer, and it's one of those things that took an entire day. But it's getting taken care of. And in the grand scheme of things, there didn't seem to be anything else that the doctors there or whatever would consider any signs or unhealthiness in Juno or anything like that. So yeah, that was that was not fun, but we're getting it taken care of. And then yesterday, the girlfriend took the cats to the vet. This was a scheduled vet thing, but little tiny kitties are also not cheap. And then I also took the pickup truck to the vet, the pickup truck vet, and finally got the windshield taken care of. Had to get a brand new windshield put in. And pickup trucks, as we know from Nissan or Rama Honda days, are not cheap. This all happens at once. So we took care of that. That's taken care of. Cat's got new windshields. Yep, that's it. That's it all. You just have to all take care of that at the same place. Indeed. And then, but yeah, Friday. The girlfriend and I tried out cross-country skiing. The girlfriend has been downhill skiing for the last couple of years regularly, with her season pass and stuff like that. We tried to go downhill skiing before, but they were out of rentals. That was like a year ago. So we went snowshoeing instead, which was fine and enjoyable. But this time we got our rentals at REI and went out to go cross-country skiing. They made us cross-country ski in middle school gym class. What sort of a bougie Aspen, Colorado middle school did you go to? Cross-country skiing. We're going to play polo with our horses. Sorry. Long story short, I don't know that I'm in to snow sports. It's very slippy, slidey, folly overy. The girlfriend, admittedly, I have very low self-esteem. So I'm probably going to make it sound a lot worse than it was. The girlfriend said for the first time ever standing up on a pair of skis ever, she said that I did very good. That I was, quote unquote, killing it. But I feel like I felt a lot like a brand new baby giraffe trying to walk on snow. That is what I felt like the entire time. Falling over, wobbly, feet not going in the direction I think they should be going in. Yeah, it was a lot. I feel like walking is faster and less effort. I mean, I think that, first of all, the first hour or so was us trying to find the cross-country trail, because this resort we went to had no information, and the maps were all completely wrong. The maps were like, yeah, the trail starts here, right next to the cross-country, the Alpine ski building. It starts right here. And we were looking all around for it. We went down some paths that had that were groomed, that turned into giant hills that just went in on themselves. And then I started barreling down one of these hills, and then my ski popped out of the track, and I took a dive, and then we had to climb back up that hill because it was the wrong way. We ended up in a parking lot until we finally found somebody to ask, who let us know that we needed to... That no, the trail doesn't start right next to the building like the map clearly shows. You have to climb up this hill next to the ski lift, about a quarter of a mile off of your skis, because you can't go up such a steep hill, and then you find the trail. So the day improved once we found the actual trail. I just feel like I wasn't moving. Like, there's little grippers, one-way grippers on the middle of cross-country skis that kind of allow you to step and grip forward. I, like, just being a beginner, I'm like, I wanted to blame the equipment. I'm like, am I missing the grippers? Are those grippers backwards on my skis? They weren't, but I felt like for every step I took forward, I slipped half a step back. And it just felt like a lot of wasted effort. There were some times... The most fun I had was the times where I could just push off with both ski poles and just slide forward. But the step, slide move wasn't working for me. Stopping was very difficult. I didn't fall a lot, but I almost fell a lot. Like that baby giraffe. There's some pictures and some video, none of which I am falling. Actually, no, I think... I gotta show you guys this. At the end of the day, we had to go back down that giant hill we had to climb up. And the girlfriend decided to just ski down, since she's used to, like, actually downhill skiing. Just to see if she could do it on the cross-country skis. And I started videoing her as I took off my skis and was walking down the hill, fully expecting this very steep hill to make her fall, and I would get that on camera. I fell. I fell instead. I, who was walking with boots, fell while holding the camera, and got that on camera. So that, I think, encapsulates my skills on the snow. But yeah, I guess maybe I was hoping to enjoy it more than I did. But it felt like a lot of effort. I feel like I could have walked with snowshoes faster and further. No stunts! than was on the skis. So yeah, that was the experience. I'm not in a hurry to get back out there. And that's fine. I tried it. But like, we didn't take any lessons. There were like some groups like getting lessons that like I was trying to pay attention to. We watched some YouTube videos of like your first time cross-country skiing. All that went out. Oh, look at this. Went out the back of my head once I got actually on the skis. I probably wrongly assumed that like you will travel in the direction your skis are pointed. No, that is not often the case. Ah! Well, I have one. I gotta murder this thing because I only have one torch. It's gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while. Got him. I almost messed up there at the end. What do we got? Hope it's a pair of skis.
It's good.
I did. I said that. Did you hear that? I said that you said I was killing it.
I thought you did great.
She thought I did great. Ooh, a lot of iron here. I can make a pair of skis. Oh, I can't make any TNT though. Alright. We got a spawner. Oh, we could sleep in this spawner, except it's not the end of the episode yet. I got a full stack of wheat and like 8 iron. I think a lot of rap songs start that way, right? Oh, I do need dirt though to make my elevated hidey hole. Union Girl says, my first time skiing, I did not enjoy. It was too stressful. My third time, I finally enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know that I got 3 times in me. I don't know that that's a priority for me. Yeah, we don't talk about the second time. No emotions can convey what happened the second time I went skiing. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. And continuing on this. So yeah, there was a lot more. When you're in the tracks, it was fine. Ish. Like I was still wobbly. And like the girlfriend said, when she first ever did cross-country skiing, she felt restrained in the tracks. Like you're not flexible. Like you have to have your feet in the 2 tracks. I was fine with that because in certain situations I would just use my arms and just like do a rowboat situation as I was continuing on. But yeah, I don't feel like I got any. I was looking at everybody else being all graceful. Even the girlfriend, like doing some forward sliding, and I just couldn't get any. I felt like I was backwards sliding on a treadmill. And then when you're not in the tracks, I was just constantly like sliding to the perpendicular to the direction I wanted to go. The worst was there was a bridge on this trail where the tracks stop. And the bridge, by the way, is covered with about 5 feet of snow. So you're not only on the bridge, but you're above the bridge. So you're above the handrails, and the snow slopes off on either side. So when you start going across, and as I learned, skis point forward doesn't mean you go forward. Skis start, like when you're riding a bike and you get too close to the curb or too close to the edge of the sidewalk and it like pulls you off. That's what it felt like. I was being pulled off and I was going to end up in the river below. And that was freaky. I did not enjoy that aspect of it. I didn't enjoy the imminent doom. And then, of course, the more you panic, the worse it gets. So yeah, I'm not in a hurry, and I'd be fine Not cross-country skiing. Yeah, I'm also very, you're saying my anxious, overly cautious self made you scarred from your family trying to teach you how to ski. I I feel like I shouldn't be, and it doesn't matter, but in my brain it matters. I'm like self-conscious. Like I needed like the girlfriend was mostly behind me to try to like help me out while I was skiing, and I'm like, no, I need you in front of me. I can't have somebody watching this terrible noodly situation that's going on here. Careful, Wolfie. What did you even do? What could you possibly have hurt yourself on, you dingus? So yeah, I think we can cross that one off the hobbies list. I mean, like, even like kayaking for the first time was like awkward, and it's like, oh, this is a lot slower than I thought it was. But like, it was still enjoyable. I suppose I still felt like yeah, I could see getting better at this. I could see investing some time at trying to reach that level where it becomes enjoyable, but not with the skiing. The skiing was just like frustrating. I'm like, I'd be going faster walking. Sure, the mountains and the sights and the forest is beautiful, but it could be beautiful without me falling over every 50 feet. That would be great. And it wasn't necessarily physically demanding. Like, I'm a little bit sore in places in my legs, but I wasn't like getting tired or overheated. It was just more of like a frustration. like a bicycle that skips the chain every time you rotate the pedals. Now that's a cross sport analogy right there. Where else can you get one of those? Hobbies with sliding. Yeah. It just makes, like, I've already shown my disinterest for downhill skiing. Many times. I have zero interest in that, and I think this almost like confirmed it. I'm like, oh, if skis don't work how I think they should work, as in point skis go that direction, then certainly that's even worse in downhill skiing. So yeah, I mean, it was a nice day out. The girlfriend and I haven't really been able to just get like a whole day on our own to do stuff like that, so that was a good one. Good time to do it. And a good time to learn a thing like that. Crossing out hobbies with sliding, then we must cross out the trombone, because the trombone has a slide. Ah. But what if I play this trombone in snowshoes? Those will cancel each other out, right? Because the snowshoes are very grippy. We need more bones in our hobbies. Well, one of the suggestions somebody had was bone carving. Which hopefully they meant on that was you. Of course it was you. Carving on bones that are no longer in the body. I mean, that's one of the things. I suppose it's just my overall disinterest. Like the girlfriend. Oh, that's right. I have something more to tell you. Remember, you know how GoPros really suck? Boy, GoPros suck. You know, using GoPros for like the car vlogs and things. they like overheat and shut down. Apparently, it can also be too cold for GoPros as well. Like, you know, even like above freezing, like 33 degrees. And the GoPro really hates that. I've been giving the girlfriend my GoPros to like record her skiing downhill, and even like we brought it cross country skiing. And no, we like recorded for like 90 seconds and then was like, it's too cold for me, and shut down. So we like got nothing. And I looked that up afterwards. That's apparently a thing. I'm like, I know cold weather like affects batteries, but like the way GoPro just gives up entirely and is like, screw you. There's entire companies that make like GoPro scarves that are like thermal socks that you put around your GoPro, and you put there's a little holder for a hand warmer. That's really, really disappointing. It's really disappointing and stupid. And that's what the girlfriend is like. Isn't that the point for these? Like, that's the whole point. To use them in... These are cameras to be used in environments that are inclement for regular cameras. No. No. That's very bad. My weenus. Well, yeah. I tried to get some footage, and I'll have to post... We got pictures. I'll post pictures on like my Instagram and stuff, and I'll post that video as a YouTube short, maybe, of me recording the girlfriend, but then falling myself into the snow. But yeah, GoPros are the worst. I think I am like I want it to work for her, but like I think I will tell her to just like rubber band a hand warmer to the case or something. Because I got one when I got one of these kits that has like every GoPro attachment, and one of the things is like a vest, like strap, so you can wear the GoPro on your chest. And she got a few videos one time when she went skiing, which I watched and was interesting, because I don't go with her, so I don't really know what it's like for her to do her downhill skiing stuff. And she's doing like black diamonds and like actual difficult trails and stuff. Oh. Diamond bunnies. Oh, that's lava I almost walked right into. So yeah, this just in. GoPros still suck. For a multitude of situations. But indeed, did a creeper explode here? What the heck is this? I think I can make this into a hidey hole if I can find a way down. Actually, you're right in the way of the way down. Oh. Hello. Nice of you to join us. Oh, I did, oh, I've made a mistake. I always am like, oh, let's just make a hidey hole here, and then it turns out like, oh, that actually is going to involve an actual building and engineering, isn't it? Dang it! Oh. Getting dark. Ah, we did it. Much easier than simply digging a hole in the ground, huh? There we go. Perfect. Deluxe hidey hole. Yeah, so that wraps up the somewhat interesting weekend I had. I did not stream for a few days because of that. But I hope you enjoyed the stories. Right, Wolfie? Still very disappointed in me. This is going to be a normal length Farlands or Bust episode for those of you who've got places to go and people to see. Don't have time for a 50-minute episode. Let's build a new sword. Was that an iron sword? Probably. I just got a bunch of iron from that spawner, so let's do that. Let's also make a spoon. Iron spoon. Let's put the bed right there. Do that. Hopefully to less interesting weekends and weeks ahead. I do appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Farlands or Bust. Go to kurtjmac.com if you'd like to find ways to support me, Juno, Peepers the Niblet, the girlfriend, the pickup truck in these trying times. That would be also much appreciated. But you just being here to watch is all I could ask for. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. I'd be going faster walking.